5. Interesting. Friend of mine was telling me they're changing kind of settings and things are changing around. Okay. Excellent. So what I said about the essential oil, if you want to utilize it, what I do, I said is just put a few dots over here. Second, okay. Few dots over here, and then you spread it to your hand. And I said you put it over your nose and your mouth like a mask. Before I would actually have to show people how to do that. Nowadays, we don't have to do that. And it's really, really amazing, okay? Because it gives you a smell and it brings in different, subconscious and deep inner subconscious associations that we're going to uncover during the drawing, because we all know that Neurographica is not just a beautiful art, but it's also a deep psychological method, right? So without much ado, let's actually start the drawing, okay? What we're going to do today is we're actually going to make a mask. If you have a topic you're planning to associate with this drawing, which I highly suggest because Neurographica is a coaching method, and we do, and Pavel Piskarov, the founder, always says, it's beautiful to draw, but why just draw for no reason? You might as well give yourself a goal. Whatever the issue you're working on, whatever your goal is at this specific moment, just work through it, okay? And that's what I'm going to do, okay? I guess my goal today will be the Neurosphero class, right, that I spoke to you about in the beginning. Spherot course. It's actually a whole course because we're doing all of the Spherot. And I think it's truly amazing. I've been trying to do this for about 2-3 years, right? Ever since I started to learn Neurographica, I've been trying to connect it to various Kabbalistic insights, ideas. That was actually the topic of my dissertation, one that I wrote for the Neurographic instructor. And it's very fascinating that there are a lot of similarities and ideas are quite similar within the Neurographic method and, of course, within Kabbalistic wisdom. So what we're going to do, okay, put on your topic. What we're going to do now, I'm going to do not a regular brainstorm, but rather a bit different, okay? What we're going to focus on today is actually think about your goal and what are the kind of, not traits, but what is it around you? I would also say traits, what resources, what do you already have around you? Or what would you like, want to achieve, okay? So it's not a regular brainstorm, but yes, of course, allow any thought to come within your mind, but try to focus on the fact that you want either to find the resources that you already have, right? Or bring in some resources that you will need for your topic, right? Let's say for the Neurosphero course, I have already resources, like I know about this topic, I learned each sphere I studied, and what I would like to bring is maybe, some organization. Like yesterday, I was thinking about how to organize this course in a way where it's going to, go with the flow, so to say, do a session every week. You see what I'm saying? Like, figure out, what do you already have? What do you need, okay? But of course, it's going to be like or similar to a regular brainstorm. If you have some ideas or colors or emotions that come to you at the moment, go ahead and say it out loud and share it with yourself, okay? The whole point of brainstorming is thought awareness. Learn how to become aware of your thoughts, okay? So what do we do? We're marking, we're going to mark, what do you ladies think if we're gonna do an express style brainstorming? Those of you who want to do the whole 2 minutes, go ahead. I want to, kind of go quicker if it's okay with you. We tried it the other day in the neurocomposition course, and I actually liked it. It was like this express brainstorming, okay? I'm doing 1 minute, okay? Let's follow our thoughts and do the thought awareness process for 1 minute and see how it works. Okay, ladies? Ready, start, go. Okay, and the 1 minute has finished. I know it was a bit quick. You can add another minute if you want to. I want to move along, okay? And what we're going to do now is just if you want to be aware of what is your thought awareness process like, right? You can just quickly count the words, okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 29, okay? So honestly, the goal, if you have 10 words at least, you have reached your goal, okay? The goal is, again, to just start learning how to get the thought process moving quickly at your own will, okay? This is what you learn, right? I've been doing it, been doing Neurographic since 2017. So for me, of course, the process might be faster, but I promise you, if you do this every single time, right, either 1 minute or 2 minute standard practice, your awareness, you're going to start understanding, not just when you draw Neurographica, but during the other areas of your life as well. If you want to direct your thought, your mind to another topic, let's say, right, especially good for, like, emotions and everything, like something uncomfortable happens and you want to direct it, that's what happens. You can do that. That's how you learn to direct your mind. It's a great, like, practice like that. Now, what are we doing now? Okay, I'm going to bring you back to the most, evanescent shapes in Neurographica. We all know what it is, right? Our favorite shapes, the shapes of miracles. Last time we did drawing circles. I'm going to bring you back to circles, okay? I want you to draw a circle. Now, keep in mind the size of your paper. Some of you here were in my neurocomposition class where we actually learned that, right? We learned the size of the paper and how to figure out how to scale your picture, that it would go in the paper in the right size, in the right format. So draw your mask in a way. You can actually do what I like to do. I take a pencil, like a regular, number 2 pencil, and you can scale it out, okay? You can go like this, like you may not see it because even I can't fully see it. Draw 2 circles like this, okay? I'm going to do it with my hand so you guys understand. Just try to figure out where do you want to go to 2 circles. Remember, this is going to turn into a mask. So we want to make space for the embellishment, okay? The mask is going to grow. I'm going to give you some hints about what's happening in the picture, just so you guys can plan it out better, okay? And look, now you're going to see my 2 circles come alive. 1, 2, right? Okay. Actually, you know what? I forgot to tell you. From your list, do circle, at this point, what I'm going to tell you, and I will explain more later, do circle about 3 to 4 to 5, figure out which one of these words are directly relevant to your topic, okay? Ideally, we will have 8, okay? They will serve as resources within our picture, but ideally, we will have 8 resources that we're going to spread out. I will explain what to do with the mask, okay? But for now, you can see it can be, maybe you have 8 resources, but maybe you don't have all 8 resources, and that's okay too. If you have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, just circle whatever you feel is relevant, and we will add more later, okay? Joy, right? I'm looking at what are the important aspects, right? And figure it out, okay? Interest. And as I'm circling, you can actually do clusters of words as well. Another word, important word came up to me and I just added to it, okay? So that's what I'm saying. You can add to your list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have 6 and maybe I'll add 2 more later, okay? So for now, I'm leaving it as it is, okay? I think I'm gonna do it like this. Yeah, much better. Okay, so now that we have 2 circles, now remember the number 8 that we did, we're going to turn our 2 circles into a number 8, okay? You can do it while you're holding it horizontally, and you can do it if you're comfortable, turn it around vertically and just go around the 2 circles, okay? Like this. connecting the two circles like this, like you're making glasses, or you're making number 8, like I mentioned, like this, voila. And there's the beautiful part about number 8. What does it look like if you turn it horizontally? I think you ladies know already. It turns into an infinity sign. Isn't it fabulous? Isn't it amazing? The number 8, the number 8 itself is a very special number. Okay, it's not just, you know, a coincidence here. The number 8, we learn in the, actually, like I said, the neurocomposition, it's still very fresh because we just finished yesterday. When there is one concept, very important concept, that's called the Miller's number. Miller is a neuropsychologist, very famous one. He came up with an amazing concept where he did a study, a research, and he came up with an idea that human mind can handle 7, here I'm going to write it first, 7 plus minus 2 ideas, objects, thoughts, projects at the time. Okay, so this was very revolutionary at the time, because all those coaches and psychologists that would work with corporate people, you know, directors and, you know, corporate like principals and stuff like that, right? They started relaying the fact that their clients would often complain that, let's say if they have 10 or 11 or 12 projects at the same time, they were like, even the project that I paid the most attention to is not successful, right? And they started using this principle, and it became absolutely magnificent, because a human mind, so they would tell all their clients, if you have more than 9 projects, make sure you make it less, okay? You take away all the extras, you kind of focus, right? Another way we would call it is focusing, okay? Now, so 7 plus minus 2, it would be either 5, or it can go as high as 9, okay? Now, when we say 9, right? 9 is the highest number, okay? I don't suggest anybody, unless you're like extremely, what do you call it? You know, a person who is used to handling so many projects at the same time. I really, and all the psychologists, all the coaches will tell you, Pavel talks about it himself, you know, I would bring it one number down, bring it to number 8. Why? Because, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to concentrate on number 8. I'm going to tell you more reasons why. But number 9, one additional project, object, idea, sub-goal will be like an extra. You know, sometimes when you draw, like an idea pops into your mind. So you want to leave way for that. You want to leave an empty space, so to say, within your ideas, okay? But, okay, so what I want to do is, I'm going to explain something else about number 8, but meanwhile, start turning your circles into an actual mask, okay? So the first thing we need to do, okay, give yourself some circles or eyes. Think, what do you want to do? Do you want to put a circle in the middle? Because we have to be able to see, right? This is a mask, remember? Think about what you want to do in the middle, and think how you want to embellish your mask on the sides, right? You can go like this, right? Nowadays is actually, this is also relevant to those of you who are into Mardi Gras, right? Which is amazing, this celebration of masquerading, and spring is coming, like we're all so excited and waiting for spring and waiting, you know, the weather is still cold outside. I'm sure you guys can relate to that, but we're waiting, okay? So think, what shape do you want your mask to be? Do you want it to be pointy over here? Think of the best, most amazing mask you have ever seen, and see if you want to bring that to your picture, okay? Maybe you want to embellish the top. Maybe you want to embellish something on the bottom, okay? First and foremost, like I just added something triangular, but I'm thinking I'm gonna make it very, you know, here. I'm gonna add some wavy, you know, some neural lines to make it a bit more, you know, festive, you know, cool looking, right? I did this last week in Russian, and my daughter saw it, and they're like, oh, superhero mask. And I was like, okay, that's another mask, right? You can go a different way. You can go like Mardi Gras style mask. You can go like superhero mask, right? What is your goal? What do you want to do? And also, I wonder how many of you noticed. I've been noticing, and that's the beauty of it. When I look at the camera more, my screen more than on my paper, my right circle is smaller than my left circle, okay? That's something we will work with. I'm gonna work with that, okay? We will make it bigger later on. But first, and this is very important, whenever you draw, listen to your body. Listen to what your body is telling you, what to do, what not to do, how are you connecting with your picture, okay? You can actually go like this, go like healing style, like those of you, maybe some of you practice Reiki. I practice quantum touch. My husband is a quantum touch healer. So we do that a lot, okay? We do a lot of like touching and healing and sensing with hands, okay? And I find it to be extremely helpful and like very amazing when this is done, specifically during neurographic drawing, okay? You can put your hands on the left, on the right, and start connecting to your mask. Where are you? What do you want to start with? I want to start with the left side, okay? I'm going to start adding resources to my left side, okay? So my left side, as we all know, left side is usually the feminine side, the female energy. It's the inner part of who you are, right? It's an introvert side, right? It's who you are on the inside. It's what's your connection to God, to yourself, to your spiritual journey, to where you are, what are you seeking within inside of yourself? What are you trying to achieve? When you are working, when you are talking to your inner child. Okay. And as I'm gonna go, I'm doing quick rounding over here as I'm explaining things to you. And I'm thinking, what do I want to put over here? Do I want to put a circle for the eye, for the side, for the viewing, so that when you put on your mask, you can actually see. And this is very important, okay? Pay attention. We want to make a circle within the mask because we want to see the reality. It's very easy to put on the mask and close your eyes and just be in a different world, right? For some of us, it's easy. For some of us, maybe not so easy, but one way or another, we all have some sort of escaping, right? We'll escape somewhere, right? Some of us escape, I was just discussing it with a friend, right? Some of us actually escaped into Neurographica, right? We were discussing how we don't want to do chores around the household because, and we have a great excuse. If somebody asks something, we say, but listen, I'm busy, I'm drawing Neurographica, right? How many of you can relate to that, right? And some people have different kind of escapism, right? My brother is a chess player. So I remember when he learned to be playing chess, he was escaping into chess. He would spend all his time with chess. So different escapism. Think, what's your escape, right? Where do you like to run away from reality? What is your perfect world? And, that's not a bad thing necessarily. Everybody needs their own space, so to say, personal space. Some people, and it's also, I'm not saying it in a bad way, some people would spend all their time in meditation. Been there, done that, I can still do that. That would be my favorite thing to do. Just go away to the Vipassana retreat. Start thinking, where are you in your life? And the fact of the matter is that we do need to find a balance between the inside world, the world where we're so comfortable that we want to stay there, the world that most people refer to, the cliche, the comfort zone, right? And the outside world, something we have to deal with. It might be challenges. And I want to tell you right away, as I'm going like this over the circle, my body's rocking, not in a good way. I feel uncomfortable. I feel like, okay, I don't want to go there yet. I'm not ready. And that's okay. I'm going to work on bringing resources to this eye, to this part of my life, my left part. I'm going to make a nice circle. I'm going to open my eyes. I'm going to peek through this mask and look inside, like kind of close your right eye and look with your left eye and start seeing what are the beautiful resources that you have within yourself that you are holding. Some of you I know personally, some of you I don't. but I know and I believe, because that's what, that's what the sages teach us, right? That's what the Jewish wisdom teaches us, the Jewish philosophy. Every single human has a beautiful, most amazing side to them. Every person was created by God and has a little piece of God in them. Do you know what that piece is? It's called soul, soul, right? And they even made a movie nowadays about it, isn't it? It's a beautiful movie. I watched it with my kids, right? And that's what it is. Look inside your soul. It connects you to who you are, to your inner child, and start thinking, what are the resources that I possess? Who am I? And you can look at your goal and think, what do I have to reach my goal, right? And you can start adding, we're going to add 4 resources to this part of our mask, okay? The resources can be circle style. I would suggest doing circle style. Definitely don't bring any triangles in here. You can add, if you want, some squares. What we're going to do is we're embellishing, we're decorating our mask, okay, with our beautiful resources, okay? I'm looking at my list and I'm wondering, what do I have to bring, okay? So I didn't add something, but I do have knowledge, I have an extensive background in Jewish education. So that's my knowledge, right? That's something I can bring. But more than that, first and foremost, I want to start with the word that came in my list. It's called joy. You can see that. And that's my motto in life. Start everything with joy. In Hebrew, we call it besimcha. I'm going to add a circle, and that's my simcha, the joy circle, right? Happiness is another thing, right? Remember, we've been drawing happiness. And that's what I want to do. I'm adding happiness, and I want to tell you, remember how I said connect to your body? As soon as I added this, I can't relate to, but it's like tingling going over, even up to the tips of my fingers. My body got so excited. If I would do this live, I would actually get up and jump around, and I would ask all my students to do that. I used to do that when I led the live sessions, and that's what it is, right? I'm bringing in the happiness circle, and now be careful. Some of the students did that last week, right? Don't close your eyes. Try not to draw anything within this circle. Leave it open. Allow yourself to see and connect to the reality, okay? But I'm going to connect the neural line through the happiness, start utilizing. I'm not even waiting until I add other resources. I'm so eager to bring in this resource, to connect this resource to my picture, that I'm going to add the neural line right away, round it as I'm going back to the circle, bring it in, connect it, and breathing in and out. I actually feel that resource within me. Okay, I want to go to the other side of this mask, being very careful not to go over the special hole. I need the connection to reality. I'm working very hard. Like I mentioned, I can do this. I can go to Vipassana and just stay there. But the purpose of a human being is to come to this life and live this life, connect to other people, work with it. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a circle here already, okay? And I'm going to take a neural line from this happiness. I'm going to bring it a bit to this side. Remember how uneasy I was about this part of my mask? Again, yeah, as soon as I brought in the line in there, the neural line, I'm going to tell you right away, I'm nauseous. My throat is uncomfortable. I feel like closing up, like I can't breathe. And here I'm going to repeat the main mantra, right, which is breathing in and breathing out. Always do this. I'm going to connect this. I want to connect the happiness resource to my right side, which is kind of like uncomfortable at this point. And that's understandable, I'm going to say something that most people, when they hear, they're like, really, you are? So I am an introvert, right? I'm actually an omnivert. That's a term for people who are introverts, but they learn to become extroverts, within certain functions in life, within certain areas, whether it's at work, with my very close friends. I'm quite, comfortable talking and sharing. When I do NeuroGraphic is magical. It helps me, relate, understand, want to relate to people, right? Because I'm so eager to share NeuroGraphic with others. I've been doing it for the past 3 years ever since I went for the instructor's course, and I'm so glad to be doing it in English, right? And look at this. As I'm talking, as I'm bringing my happiness within my right side, which is to explain to you my outer world, it's our external world, it's our relationship with other people, groups of people, co-workers, friends, mother-in-law, husband, right? That's others. I would even say kids, that is others. Kids are somewhat somewhere over here. Kids are like a little, that's the beauty of it. Kids are everywhere, they're in both parts, but the way you relate to them is in this part. This part is like your internal, your reflection of who they are within you. And this part is how do you bring it out, okay? So just keep that in mind. And I want to tell you now, as I added this, right, I'm going to add a few more lines. I am so eager to bring in this happiness within here. I'm going to add a few more lines. By the way, to those of you who still have space in your resources for one more resource, I would highly, highly suggest to add a happiness resource. We actually discussed this in details in the specialist course during the algorithm called Quality of Life, where we discuss how happiness, the trait of happiness, is directly related to, having a very high quality of your life, okay? So as soon as I do that, what am I going to do? I have this, yeah, I'm comfortable. I want to make this circle bigger. I am ready to increase my interaction, my view, the way of I see. Remember, this is a mask. We choose what we want to close and we choose what we want to reveal. And I'm making it bigger. I think it's now as big as my left side, right? Not as big, by the way. It's kind of, this one is still bigger, I realize. It's like wider, maybe, like, right? That's okay. I'm confident I'm going to get to bring it in. I realize I want to add a resource here, a happiness resource, right? I am happy who I am on the inside. I work on it. That's my morning routine. I wake up and I do Ho'oponopono. I do the happiness routine, and I want to do it here. I want to add a reflective look, and they're even going to reflect each other, right? Like mirror-like. I'm going to add a happiness resource here, and breathing in and breathing out. I want to tell you, as soon as I do this, I am jumping with joy. My head is like lightheaded. I feel like, wow, amazing. That's how I feel. Like, I feel excited. I feel, very like interested in, doing things, understanding, relating to people, right? I feel comfortable. I really do feel comfortable now with both of my sides, okay? So let's continue. Let's add more resources. And I want to tell you about number 8, okay? Why is number 8 so relevant here? According to the Jewish wisdom, Jewish philosophy, number 8 is a number of miracle, okay? Number 7 is the mundane, the 7 days of the week. They're very special. Remember when we talked about the reality? Make sure not to close that little hole within. Keep your reality open, connect to your reality, okay? Peek through it and decide. You figure out, you decide, do you want to come out and interact with that reality or stay in? So number 8 is a miracle. Number 7 is mundane, 7 days of the week. We have a lot of connections here, 7 colors, 7 musical notes, right? They have, 7 wonders of the world. In Neurographica, it's especially very relevant. We have the 7 steps of the algorithm, right? Those of you who took the basics course, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who didn't, I'm actually inviting you, come take the basics course. It's magnificent. You're going to love it because it's all about that specific. It's all about learning the basics, which is that number 7, the 7 steps of the algorithm. How do you draw Neurographica in a right way? Now, 7 is a regular day, right? We finish 7. 7 days is very significant in Judaism, right? We have Shabbat, which is Sabbath, right? In the regular, for everybody else, have Sunday, right? everybody have a 7-day week. Okay, they did a study. They went into some, I think, Australia and New Zealand, some islands where, you know, they still have like natives living there, and they were talking to them, and even they have a concept of a 7-day week. Okay, 7 is very realistic. 7 is very solid, stable, right? You finish your week, right? You finish Saturday or Sunday, and you start the new week again. It's 7. 8 is going beyond the mundane. 8 is the number after 7. It's like jumping higher, right? We discussed it during the Neuromiracle class. Brenda, I know you're here. We discussed it during the Neuromiracles. I led a course, Neuromiracles, in December, and I discussed this in details. 8 is a miracle number. You go beyond, you know, you're kind of jumping above yourself, right? Can you jump above yourself? Very hard. You cannot jump higher than who you're trying to be, right? 8 is that miracle number where you're trying to reach out, and God is reaching your hand. You know that Everescent picture, Michelangelo, where the creation of Adam, the fingers are touching between Adam and God, and actually it's not even fully touching. There's a little space, and that space is where 8 comes in. You make efforts, and you will touch. You will be able to reach God. You will be able to reach that, you know, extra resource that will go further, that will take you beyond where you want to go. You know, jump over and reach your goal. Okay, so that's the understanding of number 8. It's extremely miraculous. It's a number of miracle. So bringing this number is also connected to infinity, right? Because miracles are infinite. Let's continue bringing the resources to our mask. What do we have to do? Add more resources, right? Knowledge. I'm adding the resource of knowledge. It goes here. You can feel intuitively where your resource wants to go. You can feel it with your hand. I kind of looked at my picture and it told me, here, put me here. And I love my intuition. I enjoy listening to my intuition. It usually works pretty well. You know, it's proven to be a good asset to me. So I'm going to take that knowledge. I'm going to do a neural line, go through it, and go to the next circle. Again, giving myself comfortable, making myself comfortable to go out there and present myself, you know, and present my course, right? So this is my knowledge. You know, I graduated Yeshiva University. I have an extensive knowledge within, you know, Jewish philosophy, Jewish wisdom, right? I've been studying Kabbalah. I just started reading yet another book about Kabbalistic, you know, studies and Sfirot and everything. This book is by renowned Rabbi Yitzhak Ginsburg. He's absolutely amazing. You can find him on Amazon. Suggest reading it to everybody. You know, he's so open. He's a huge sage. Like everybody know him. If you say the word Rabbi Yitzhak Ginsburg, people are going to be like, oh, I know who he is. And he's very open. He's so comfortable. When you read the Kabbalah book, you know, he has a book on the Sfirot, the intro to Kabbalah. And when you start reading it, he makes you so comfortable. He discusses how everybody, and he does say everybody, you know, should study the Kabbalistic concepts, because this is the way, you know, the world, this is how we will understand the way the world works, you know, because this is a time when the Messiah time is coming, you know, the redemption come, when the world is getting closer to the perfection time, right? That specific goal that we're all trying to reach, right? To make it a better world, to make it a world where, you know, it's going to be beautiful, it's going to be kind and happy, right? There's that word happy and comfortable. That's the important part. Very, very comfortable. And that's the beauty part about it, okay? I started reading his book and I felt so comfortable, I'm going to tell you, right? I mean, and I know things about Kabbalah, but he makes you very comfortable. He's like, right away, he says, don't worry what your background is. Don't worry what your cultural background, don't worry what religion you are. He says, just study Kabbalah because it will give you a better and deeper understanding of who you are, first of all, right? The circle. And how do you interact? How do you, you know, how to be successful as who you are, right? Isn't that what it is? Isn't that what we want to do? We don't want to change much, right? We don't want to put on a mask, and I'm going to play with that word a lot. We don't want to just put on a mask and be somebody who the world expects us to be. We want to be who we are, and the world will love us. The world will see us and make us feel comfortable, right? Isn't that the amazing part, right? Acceptance, right? Acceptance is very, very huge, right? Within this circle, right? Learning to accept who you are. Once you do this, you will learn to accept other people, because other people, and that's the whole Ponopono knowledge that I have, you know what? And that's the knowledge, again, going back to the knowledge, right? And I'm going to actually bring it in. I think I'm going to do that today, right? I have my inner knowledge, right? What I know, and I know we all have that. We all know a lot. And how do we know a lot? Remember that word we used? We have a soul. God gave us something very sacred and divine within ourselves that connects us to the transcendental, that connects us to who we are in the infinite sense, right? In the transcendental spirituality. And that soul knows everything about us, about the world, about you and me, what happened before and what will happen in the future. And if you allow it, the soul will lead you where you need to go. I want to bring that knowledge within my external world. Okay, I'm going to add that circle here. This is my circle. This is my beautiful circle of knowledge that I want. And this is the knowledge that I have within me. This is the knowledge that I want to share with the world, right? This is the knowledge of Neurographica that I want to share, right? We're going to start. We are doing 2 algorithms this month, right? Me and my partner Margarita in the world of Neurographica, and we're going to share. We're going to do neurocolor, and we're going to do, I believe, neurosynthesis. I think we're doing, yes, neurosynthesis, which is really what this is all about. Neurosynthesis is about connecting yourself to the transcendental, uniting all of the worlds that you live in, from the spiritual and the mental and the emotional and physical, connecting it together, making yourself the most amazing human being, right? That's a neurosynthesis that we're going to lead this month, this coming month of March. And of course, the neurocolor, the beautiful, amazing energy of color, okay? So that's my knowledge I want to share with the world, okay? That's my knowledge of the Kabbalistic knowledge, the Jewish wisdom that I'm going to share when I start my course on Monday in English and Wednesday in Russian. If you have any Russian-speaking friends, you're welcome to invite them. I know it's something that people would be very much interested in, learning who we are on the inside and how do we interact with the world around us. And that's the point of Sfirot. Sfirot are structures. They are the pillars of how the world is built around us, how God built the world, created the world from nothing, nihilo, right? Nothingness, even beyond the way we understand the word nothing, okay? Now, going further, as I'm following my thought process, the reason, and I want to keep this in mind, ladies, the reason I tell you all of this, relating my thoughts, is when you practice this at home, right? You learn this algorithm, you practice this at home, you follow your process. Allow your thought awareness. Remember what we did in the beginning? Learn to do a thought processing. Learn to listen. Where is your soul taking you? Connect your soul with your thoughts and your emotions, right? Connect all of those 4 together, okay? So where am I looking? Okay, I'm going to mark what I already put in my picture. I did this. I did the joy, right? I want to interest and students. I'm going to connect it together, okay? And I'm trying to understand how interested I am in this project. And I'm like, I'm thinking I'm very interested, but something is holding me back. I even know what it is. Something I've been studying for the last week, thinking of actually making another algorithm based on that. But it's something called, and it's going to come here, okay? I feel like I want to add a resource to this part first and then take it here. I feel like it's connecting here. I'm sure you have probably, but I just want to bring it up. Have you heard of something called the Imposter Syndrome, right? When a person thinks that, oh, I don't know if people will like me. I don't know, somebody will come and tell me, you're an amazing instructor. And I'm going to say, oh, really? Thank you. I didn't. And I start thinking, am I really? I don't know. I'm just a person. I just learned how to do this. It's everybody can do this, right? And I have a friend who would tell me, stop putting yourself down. Yes, you are an amazing instructor, and people like what you do and everything, you know. And that's called an imposter syndrome, where you kind of put yourself down. I feel like coming here. There is a circle over here. There is a resource that I want to bring in. And it's a resource of other people telling me that, you know, I'm wonderful at something, you know, whether it's coaching. I do we've been doing the coaching Wednesday sessions, where we use Neurographica. We show how we use Neurographica within, you know, direct therapeutic process, direct therapeutic settings, you know, doing coaching session with other people, right? And people tell me, you're amazing. And I'm like, oh, thank you. But I have an official coaching background from the Institute of for Psychology of Creativity, where I got my Neurographica, and I am a certified Neurographica coach. But, you know, that's it. I don't have an ICF like Margarita, my partner in the world of Neurographica. She's an actual certified coach, you know. So I start saying, really, you know, I doubt myself, the doubt. This is what it is. Now, let me ask you something. This is the reason why I brought it in. Does the doubt come from the outside or the inside? That's important to know. The doubt comes from the inside. The support, the resource that supports you and says, you are an amazing teacher. You are an amazing mother, right? People tell me, you're an amazing mother. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, I did homeschool my kids for like 4 to 5 years. And it was absolutely amazing. But I'm like, no, I don't homeschool my kids. So I have a little self-doubt. Do you see what I'm saying? We're going to make a circle. We're going to make, how do you feel about yourself on the inside? And this is what I'm going to bring you now, about the different roles you play in your life, about the different masks you wear, right? And I say, you know, if you ask me how good I am, let's say, as a mother, as a coach, I'm going to be like, yeah, maybe over here. This is how I have doubts about myself, you know? We all do, right? That's a part of being a human, right? That's when you study this more, like if you do within the Bible study, this is the doubt that we brought upon ourselves during the story of the Eden, the Garden of Eden, right? The eating of the fruit from the tree of knowledge, right? That kind of brought us 2 different types of knowledge. One knowledge is amazing. Remember this knowledge where I know things and I strive and have this yearning to learn more and more and more. And there's another knowledge that tells us, yeah, you know, not a big deal. There are people who know more than you. Who are you? You know, if you go on Facebook and you see all those extremely, overachievers, right? And you're like, yeah, I can't be like that, you know. And you start doubting yourself, right? So what I'm going to do is, and this is important, and I'm going to make a whole algorithm, but at this point, see how small this circle is and how big this circle is? This is your resource. This is people telling you, you are amazing. You're an amazing mom, you're an amazing coach, you're an amazing teacher, you're an amazing director, whatever you are, right? Take that aspect. How is it related to your goal? And start connecting yourself. First of all, bring a neural line to this little circle. And look what you're going to do. Make it bigger, right? I'm not going to tell you to make it bigger like a spiral. By the way, we're having a neuro spiral course. Very, very exciting, okay? But I'm going to make it bigger. Yeah, I'm going to tell you a little later about the neuro spiral course. But look at this nice and big circle. This circle has to be as big as this one, okay? So they match. So the energy of this size can be as big as this one. And I'm looking, it's still small. So I'm going to make it bigger. Now it's bigger, right? Can you guys see this? Now the circle is matching for this one. I'm going to use a thin marker and do all the rounding around just to make it very harmonious. And now I am telling myself, I'm bringing the energy from the outside. You see what happened? We're doing the opposite now. You know, this is where it's important to do both, to learn how to interact with the world, because the world will give you resources as well, right? So I'm bringing that energy and I'm saying, you know, people are saying I am a great teacher, you know, people are coming, people are registering. I enjoy teaching, you know, in this case, let's say it's Neurographica. I enjoy teaching the Sphere Road. I've been wanting to do this, like I said, for the last, in 2019, I believe, or maybe 2018. No, I think 19, I got this idea. I've been trying to figure out this project. And I finally am ready to go forward with it. And look at the circle, right? Look at it visually, even pops up, and I want it like that. I like it. I want this resource to be popping up in my mind visually as I see it, and I remember what this resource is about. This resource is about believing, and this is where I'm going to bring in the transcendental now. Believing that God, and I'm going to make some neural lines over here, add this resource around my left side. God gave me all the necessary talents and knowledge and abilities to do this project. The reason I'm doing this project is because I want to bring this awareness. I want to bring the knowledge of the Kabbalistic knowledge of Sfirot, the Kabbalistic knowledge of, the tree of life, the way it works within anybody's life, when it comes to any project, whether it's a personal project, whether it's, building relationships with loved ones or finding your soulmate. You want to do this, you want to bring it in. So there you go, voila. Beautiful, beautiful, as I'm integrating, and I'm going to start bringing a neural line to this side. Connecting, I feel comfortable now, I feel so comfortable. Bring yourself in, bring your resources to this side, okay? And we have one more resource we want to add, okay? As we are becoming aware of time. I want to get you to finish on time, as I promised, 11:30. So what am I doing now? I'm going to add one more resource to both sides, okay? And remember this time, by the way, Monday, when I did it last week, and I want to tell you, it comes out different every single time, right? The same algorithm. When I did it last Wednesday in Russian, it was a different idea. Like it wasn't mirroring each other, right? I had 4 different resources here and 4 different resources here. They weren't reflecting each other. But you're a different person every single day, right? That's why it's important to go to sleep, because when you go to sleep, you wake up and you're a different person already. That's the beauty of it, okay? So what did I want to say? I'm going to add one more resource, okay, over here. What is that resource, I'm wondering? And as I say that, I'm getting so excited. My heart is like palpitating. I'm like, I wonder what it is. What is this resource I want to bring in, right? I did. Okay, this was, and I want to bring in the resource of bringing in the right students, right? Bringing in the people who are interested, who are seeking attraction. There you go. That's the reason of attraction, right? That is the resource of attraction. I want to attract the people who are trying to learn what I'm giving them, right? Who are looking, who are so interested in saying, they're going to be like, I wanted to do this for a long time. Remember how I said, I've been wanting to do this for such a long time, for a few years, right? This project, the Neurosphere, right? I did, ever since I did you can find it actually on my it's an open video on my YouTube channel. If you go like maybe 2 years earlier, I did an open conference session in Neurographica America's group. And I've been wanting to do this project ever since then. I said, I want to do each session, each sphera separately. It's such a, amazing resource, such an amazing tool to use. And look what happened. I'm going to start right away adding the neural line and bring it into this side, okay? I'm showing how excited, how I would like to attract the people who are looking to learn about the Sphirot, the people who are interested in connecting, learning about the Sphirot in their life through the use of Neurographica, right? Wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it be so fascinating? Like I said, I myself am fascinated in this. I would love that. Ever since I find that, there's so many similarities within Neurographica and the Kabbalistic system that, I even discuss this with Pavel, he, of course, he knows it's the Kabbalistic Sfirot. And I'm going to bring it here. This excitement, I'm going to bring the resource here. I want to attract the people who are just as excited about this project as I am, who are going to be like loving it, who are going to be so interested. They're going to sign up and they're going to say, this is exactly what I was looking for. This is the knowledge I want to integrate to, people who love Neurographic, or people who love to learn about, you know, the deeper inside meaning of what life offers. People who love to learn about different techniques, you know, different practices in life, you know. And we're going to do some meditation. I'm going to bring in meditation like within the realm of this an hour and a half, not so much time. Within that course, every session, we're going to do a meditation that will connect us to each sphera. We're going to understand, okay, what are we doing, okay? And that's the circle. As I do this, I started noticing, and it's a perfect time for that, that my circles are like kind of getting dissolved within my picture. You guys notice that? So I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to make sure I bring it out, okay? I'm doing it with a pencil now. I'm going to actually go over it with my favorite oil pastels, right? But for now, just to make sure that later on, I don't lose the sight of this very important resource and other resources in my picture, right? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna reflect the colors. I'm gonna mirror them, right? Okay, like this to ourselves, okay? This is gonna be purple. I'm gonna do blue here. Blue, blue, blue. Beautiful blue here and beautiful blue here. Okay, okay. What was this resource? My very first one. I have to start marking them. I forgot to tell you, ladies, same thing. You can mark, you know, put a number next to your resource and just put a number. This was it my knowledge? No, joy, of course. How could I forget joy? I wonder why I made it blue. Joy would usually be like pink. Okay, I'm gonna leave it blue. If it's blue, maybe it's joy in a mental state, you know, because the blue is the side. Oh, actually, this blue is a sign of the throat, right? That energy source, the source of the, yeah. Because when you are happy, what do you want to do? You want to scream, you want to sing, you want to talk, you want to relate to other people, right? And that's what it's about. Now, what color am I making I have a knowledge resource and I have the resource of connection with myself, knowing that I have everything I need to do this course, okay? I want to bring in green. What am I making green, let's say? What's going to be green? Is it my knowledge or connection to myself? I feel like connection, you know, that self-esteem, that telling myself, you can do this. You're amazing. It's going to be green. I don't know why. You know why? Because green is a connection of renewal. And as we approach spring, that's what it is. We're actually going to learn more about colors. I'm inviting you officially to come and join me for the Neuro Color course. It's absolutely magnificent. We, of course, are going to learn new technique, new algorithm, but it's going to be like in a different type of setting, you know? It's going to be all about the way colors interact with each other within various philosophies, okay? And I'm going to make it orange. My knowledge is orange. My knowledge is exciting. Orange is this color of excitement, color of, you know, for females, it's especially important, right? It's a color of creation, right? We create. It's a color that's situated within your stomach area. For women, it's the uterus area, the procreation, where we give life, right? Where we become just like the creator, just like God, and create a new human being within the world. It's a truly exciting and amazing color, okay? As I add color, do you guys notice my picture is becoming very exciting, right? I started being very emotional. It looks beautiful. That's the important part. I look at it and I start enjoying it. And that's where the emotion come in. And I start going into my drive, right? That drive area. And I start realizing I want to connect my mask to the outside world. Remember, this is who you are. This is a symbol, an element of your yourself. Can everybody see me? I think I froze for a second. I'm good. Everybody see me? Let me know if you don't, okay? And now I feel like I want to add, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add, you know, what you can do, you can add either a stick, the way we hold up a mask, or you can actually add, I'm going to add some strings, and that's like really very neurographic because that's like neural lines, right? Strings, the streamer, right? How I'm going to connect the mask to my eyes and relate to the reality through this mask, right? Connect through the reality. I'm going to put in the mask of me teaching the Neurosphere. And these are the resources that will come up to me and they will be upholding me and helping me. Now, remember, you can add more resources, okay? I gave you the 4 major ones. If you want to add more resources, be my guest. That's absolutely fine. You can add them on your mask as embellishment, right? As like, as decoration, or you can go in your surrounding. Think about, what do you want to do? Is this a mask that's like laying in the closet? So there's nothing around it, right? It's in the vacuum. Or is it a mask in the realistic setting? What is behind this mask? What are you putting? How are you decorating this mask in the background, right? I can put curtains in the back, and that would be the mask wearing in the theater. Or maybe it's not even a mask. Maybe it's binoculars that you use to see how the artists are playing their role, right? I do that. People do that when they go to see ballet or opera, right? I love that. I miss that the most, by the way. The live ballet or opera. I usually am very, I try to do something, theatrical, arts and cultures at least once a month. And of course, with pandemic, that's a bit, on hold. But yeah, it's something I would really enjoy doing, okay? So think about, what is your background? Are you wearing a mask? Or are you in a party? You can draw some streamers and some decorations and you're in the party, right? You want me? I have an idea and I'm going to bring it up to you, okay? And you can actually utilize it as a resource. You can draw. I'm going to do this. Look at this. Look what I'm going to make. I'm going to make something over here. Look what I'm making. I am going to make balloons. Actually, I'm going to make it bigger, okay? I'm at the party. I decided my background will be, I am at the party. I'm at the Purim party, right? It's customary at the Purim party, customary to give presents to each other, special like type of food that people can open up and eat right away, right? And it's like customary to just make people happy. And like I said, it's a joyous holiday. We're laughing and we're joyous, and people say jokes. It's customary to like put like a funny skit or something, right? About the story of Esther. Esther is the main character within the biblical story of Purim, right? If you guys, by the way, that's a great movie they made in Hollywood, I think a few years ago. I don't know if it's in Hollywood. I saw it on YouTube, actually. There are a few of them. One version I saw I really liked. And it's about the girl who became a queen, and there's a whole story. The whole story is absolutely fascinating. And she plays a role in being a very courageous and amazing female role model, right? At the time when people didn't even think about female role models, but she was a very feminine character, very courageous at the same time, and she saved her nation from annihilation, from destruction, right? And I'm going to draw some balloons, and for you guys, the balloons can be a resource too, okay? Just so you ladies know, the balloon can be your resource. Make it a resourceful, because what shape is a balloon? It's oval. And oval, as we know, is the shape, is a variation on the shape of a circle, right? Oval is actually the new beginning, and maybe that's what it is. These are my resources, my new beginnings. I'm planning to bring in a lot of new courses, right? Like I mentioned, we're doing within the world of Neurographica, we're doing neurocolor, right? We're doing neurosynthesis. We're going to do after neurocolor. It's absolutely magnificent. It's absolutely beautiful. And then within Orvor Omanut, right, the combination of light and art and Jewish wisdom, we're going to do, I'm planning to unveil this Neurosphere course, right? The connection, the structure, right? What else? Besides the certified courses within the world of Neurographic, I'm also planning to do a new and exciting course in English, the Neurotree course, right? Not just one Neurotree that you can openly draw, right? It's especially would be amazing for specialists, because I will actually don't just be selling the course, but I will sell the rights. I will actually sell the rights to teach this course to others. So if you have a specialist, or if you want to get a specialist, we will be following it with a specialist course. So that's what it is, okay? That's my resources that I'm talking about, my amazing courses that are coming up. The NeuroTree will feature 7 to 8 different NeuroTrees. You can practice with your clients, with your students, with your friends, right? You can do open sessions, you can do a whole course, you can buy the rights to teach this course, and you can teach this course to whoever you want, you know? That will be yours to keep, you know? That's a great resource for those of you who are specialists and can only do, you know, NeuroLotus, NeuroTree, and NeuroRain. If you get an array of NeuroTrees to teach to others, wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be such a great addition to your practice, right? Where else? Okay, and then in April, we're starting the basics course again. For those of you who are interested, we're going to do the live sessions. For now, we still have people learning from recording, but if you want to jump in, the special introductory early bird price finishes on March 1st. So if you want to get the, you know, the cheap price, welcome, sign up, PM me for any questions. What else? And of course, in May, we're going to have an amazing, huge, by the way, amazing news I have for you. The Institute, Pavel, has added one more algorithm to the specialist course. So those of you, all of you specialists are invited. I'm going to introduce the new algorithm very soon within the group. You're welcome to come and join me to learn that new algorithm. It's absolutely amazing. Now, the specialists are going to have the right to not just 6 algorithms to teach and use within their practice, but 7. I think that's very exciting. So what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to make it also a miracle. I'm going to make 8 balloons on my party, okay? Because I want to connect to the miracle, okay? There you go, voila. I need space for one more balloon, right? Where is one more balloon going to go, right? It seems like my space is taken. Maybe I'll make, and this is an idea, how about I'll make a nice balloon, and that would be like different seeing, right? Maybe a nice balloon that will go this way. Look, I'm going to do it with a pencil first, right? And nice, you know, one of those huge balloons, you know, that you get for like somebody's birthday, for like Valentine's, you know, the huge one that's like the size of a person. I remember for one of my kids' birthday, my husband got a balloon. It was so much fun. It was a walking balloon. It was the size of my daughter. I remember she was like 2 or 3 at the time. The balloon was bigger than her. The cutest part was it had little feet, and I don't know how they made that balloon, but if she would pull on the string, the balloon would walk with her, and she loved it. It was so delightful. She loved the idea of having this friend who's her size and like would walk, you know? So I'm going to draw one of those huge balloons, right? Oh, here it is. I'm trying to find the line that I made with my pencil, right? I invite you to do that. You know, make like a blueprint with your pencil first and then go forward, okay? So yeah, look how amazing this is, okay? This is going to be, did I make it right now? It looks a little crooked, so I'm gonna try again. Yeah, make it bigger balloon. Yeah, there you go. Okay, there you go. There you go, okay. And how do I know? I'm gonna actually color it right away in the background to make it stand out, for me to know that this was my intention to make this huge balloon, okay? And what is this huge balloon? I'm wondering what it is, right? If all of this on my course says, oh, I know what this huge balloon is. Ooh, get ready for this news. I think you heard it from me already, but we are starting the instructor's course in English. That's a huge balloon. That is a huge balloon, you know. We're discussing it. We have a group already. We have a group of people who are involved in this project within the Institute for Psychology of Creativity, people that, you know, Pavel handpicks, and, you know, we're going to be instructors. I'm currently translating the articles, Pavel's articles, and part of Pavel's books. You know, I translated the first book and part of the second book. He has 3 books at this point. And yeah, and that's what it is. I just realized, yeah, that's the instructor's course that we're planning to start. Don't know yet. I think they may start in May, they're saying, but we're not sure yet, okay? So, but that's very excited. Look how excited it is, and look how huge it is, right? I forgot to make a string. I don't want that balloon to to fly away. I'm going to make it nice and strings. And look what I'm going to do with this nice big balloon. We've been trying to bring the instructor course to the English language for the past 3 years, right? Ever since I learned, that's the reason I went to become an instructor, because I said, I must bring it to the English speaking people. It's magnificent. And I see after 3 years of me trying and teaching, I see people are finally reacting and coming in. And look what I'm going to do in the bottom. I'm going to draw one of those weights, because I definitely want this balloon to stay here for quite some time, okay? And I'm going to make it a nice square, right? Square stability, right? Those of you, by the way, who are interested, we just finished the neurocomposition course. It was amazing, right? People loved it. I'm going to put in the reviews very soon. And I don't know why I made it so black. And we are going to have it available in recordings if any of you are interested in learning about it in recordings. So I'm gonna add a color to it, right? A pink color here. Voila, there you go. I didn't even realize that, but I took what do you call that? The glitter one, the glitter marker. Okay, and now, okay. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Oh yeah, there you go. Michelle took the course and she just wrote it in the chat. Yeah, Michelle, I truly enjoyed having you in the class. You were such an asset. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this is my, okay, I'm going to say goodbye to you. It's 9 minutes. We're going to finish up. I'm going to tell you what else to do. Finish adding color to your beautiful, beautiful picture. And I invite you for I'm inviting you to share your pictures. If you're interested in learning more about the Jewish wisdom, I actually do sharing in both groups. So you're welcome to join the Orva Romanut group. That's a special group we created just for that, special courses and classes that we give associated with the Jewish wisdom. And you're welcome to join the World of Neurographica, where I share all my courses, all my sessions. You see that, most of you probably saw it in the World of Neurographica group. So welcome to join our groups. Welcome to learn with us, do more. Post your pictures in the group, share it with others, share your joy and your excitement about drawing Neurographica. I want to change my camera and say, maybe you have any questions. Do you have any questions while I'm still on my picture? Any question about this algorithm? Any question about this? Daniela, I just saw 18 minutes ago, you sent hello to me on Facebook. Daniela, I am making that NeuroTree course, the one we talked about. Daniela was the one who got me, I was thinking about it for quite some time, but Daniela said, Lana, I want the NeuroTree course. And I said, I'm making it for you. Daniela was my student in the basics course. She's amazing. So yes, Daniela, just a shout out to you. The NeuroTree course is finally coming to life after a whole year. I promised it to her last year, and then I got sick with COVID. And that, those of you who have been there, you know what it's like after COVID. You have such a hard time. It took me it took me 6 months to get back to my life, okay? To get back to, where I started and actually go beyond. It gave me a boost. There is a resource within COVID, ladies, just so you know. It gave me a boost to go beyond. Okay. Finish up, okay? Any questions, you're welcome to unmute yourself and ask me questions. You're welcome to type it up, whatever you're comfortable with. Any question about this algorithm, about the background, I added balloons. You can add some more. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe I'll add some more streamers, right? Streamers would be very appropriate, because what are streamers? They're neural lines, right? Isn't that amazing to connect some streamers and then bring in the neural lines? Add some field lines if you want to, okay? It's your choice. Yeah. Thank you, Michelle. It's so nice to see you. I'm so happy you made it when you came to this class. I loved it. Add some streamers, see what else you want to add. Those of you who know what I'm talking about, you can add some field lines, figure out what do you want to do, horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, and go with your theme, okay? Add some more neural lines. Do whatever you feel is necessary for your picture to reach the state where you're going to look at it and say, I love it, okay? this person within you is going to say, I love it. Okay, that's possible. And I'm going to change my camera. First, you're going to see a little magic. Now you see it, now you don't. Right? Voila, doing the magic, right? Any of you still like seeing magic? I usually like seeing magic even with the kids. Okay, here I am. I can see you and you can see me, and isn't it beautiful to see each other's faces? I want to go to the gallery view, and I want to ask ladies if anybody wants to share their beautiful pictures. I know how some of you draw. Remember that. I know how you draw. So I know you have beautiful pictures and you can share with me. Unmute yourself, share with me your pictures, your thoughts, your ideas. You know, what were your thoughts as you were drawing with me? You can unmute yourself. Oh, I can't see yours, Michelle. Michelle, bring it closer. Bring it like this. Look, bring it closer to your body, like this, closer to your body, and then it will be seen. Yeah. Oh, you have a beautiful big picture. Love your mask, Michelle. I love it. Look at those beautiful resources of yours. Yay. Amazing.
Mine's sleep. Well, it's about mine is about increasing energy. So balloons, I'm going to have moons.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So amazing. Amazing.
It's been great. I've really enjoyed it.
Amazing. You just gave me an idea. Another thought I always wanted to do, drawing on a black paper. Wouldn't that be an amazing drawing?
Oh, yeah.
You talked about moons. I was like, contrast. There you go. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it would be fab.
Who wants to go next? Who wants to share their beautiful pictures? Anybody else? Christina, you want to share? Unmute yourself, Christina.
Yes,
oh, there you are.
To show.
Yes, show me. Look how beautiful it is. I love it. It looks like a flower, if I may say so myself. Look how beautiful it is. Amazing. Amazing.
Thank you for session, Lana.
You're welcome. So beautiful, ladies. Alina, I love your mask. Look at it. Hers looks like a real mask, right? I want to wear it. You can cut it out and put it on the cardboard and you can wear it.
Well, this time I didn't forget, you know, I left it open.
You left the eyes open, right? I learned. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
make sure I tell people, connect to
Yeah.
reality. You're ready for connection to reality now, right?
Yeah.
It's Purim is here, right? Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yes, I want to see yours, Brenda. Exciting. Love your mask. Look at Brenda's. Oh, she also has that embellishment on the side, like Mardi Gras mask. I love them. I must tell you, I love them. Brenda, tell us what's on top. What is hanging from the top? Do share with me. I have my ideas.
So those are my wrists.
Your what?
Yeah, so my mask is a healing and creative mask. So all those on the top are my creative ideas that would come to me. I've just left them open to have more creativity in my life.
You know what it looks like to me, Brenda, and you're gonna appreciate the allegory. It looks like to the, you know, Xmas lights, you know, if people like, or, you know, like for birthday parties, people put decoration from the ceiling. That's what it looks like to me, but you'll get the allegory because we did the Neuro Miracles class, remember? All about circles. And lights. That's what it looks like to me. Beautiful, beautiful, Brenda. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Anybody else wants to share? Yeah. Oh, Danielle, okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Karen, you're welcome to share if you want to. I'm leaving it open to you. If you're not ready, you're welcome to share us later in the group. I'm thanking you all for joining for this beautiful session this morning. Had a wonderful time drawing with you. Join us more. Come, let's create and increase our community of neurographic artists. Okay, wishing you a beautiful day ahead. Yeah, beautiful day ahead. And a wonderful week ahead, right? Those of you who are celebrating Purim, happy Purim. And I think there are other holidays coming up, right? In Russia, today's a male holiday. All the males get holidays, you know, like it's a special day in Russia where it's like all the men kind of get presents and stuff. So everywhere, there's a holiday everywhere, right? You can find your own holiday. Goodbye, everybody.
Tack så mycket.